Divine Brilliant Visionary Leaders. If you're watching Valtopia TV, it's Val, and I'm humming for Valtopia. Got a nice echo here in my new place, and let me just get on here while y'all are joining and share this to my page. We're going to talk about some good stuff today. I wanted to pull cards, so time to get back in the flow. I've been moving into my new place and getting all the things set up. Hi Charlene, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's in my new place. What do you think? Yay! Okay, let me find my the page and share this to my page and to the group. Thank you for the hearts. How are you today? Are you getting ready for the new moon? Okay, so let me just tune this in. Here we go. Here we are. And we are sharing to, and hopefully my internet connection stays connected. It's gorgeous. Thank you. Yeah, I'll do a little tour when we get going. So you can see Valtopia TV. Share the love. I'll read your energy. Okay, sharing this to my live stream. So now we'll have some more people coming in, and we're going to share to my group. So if you're just new joining, or if you're watching the replay, you can join me in our group, Divine Brilliance for Visionary Leaders. And we have a lot going on in there. We are, and it's growing now because I'm getting back in the group. So let me just share this to my group. Divine Brilliance for Visionary Leaders. Okay, there we go. Hi, 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 everybody. Hi, it's Val, if you're just joining, and I'm in my new place. I've made a lot of changes in my life, and one of the changes that, big changes, is that I moved into my own place. And oops, I hear myself talking over here. And it's been a process to hi, Lady Master Kamar Queen, how are you? Welcome. So it's a beautiful place. It's got a lot of light. I have a rooftop studio up there where I'm going to be able to paint, which is perfect because one of my clients, we delayed a little bit because of her schedule. She was going to Bali on a retreat. And thank you, Charlene. I look vibrant. I feel great. I'm doing a cleanse. I'll talk about that too. But one of my clients had booked a portrait, and we've been working on it, and now it's coming time to actually paint on the portrait. And universe provides, because I have this gorgeous place now to work, and I have so much space, and I have so much room to be able to work for my clients. So yay, everybody's joining on. I'm just going to wait until we have a few more people, and you feel free to share the live stream. I look awesomely radiant. Thank you. Yeah, it is super spacious. Here, let me see if I can. I'm afraid if I unrig my rig here, it'd be a little trouble, but let's see if we could do this. Hang on. All right. So check it out. I have this wonderful sort of mantelpiece, and let's see if I'm going to unplug my phone for a second so that it's not tied in. So we have this. Let's see. Let's do like this. Let's do a little tour here. So there's my mantelpiece. Look, I have this great, all this greenery outside my window. A lot of bamboo out there, and I have the window closed because there's some construction workers over there, and they're hollering at each other all day. So look at all the space we have. Isn't it beautiful? There's my little setup. I don't have any furniture yet. And then just so much space. We're going to have a nice big art table right here, and so much space to look up and feel expansive, so that I can bring the energy that I feel in my soul. I told my parents last night, I am going to expand into this place, and that's going to prepare me for the next stage of expansion, because I'm always doing my thing. So, and here's like, if you get up on the roof of the building, you can see the whole city up there, 360-degree views, which I'm never going to let my kids up there. Don't tell them there's a rooftop deck. So let me put this back here, and Thank you for sharing. Yeah, we're gonna do some readings today, and I want to talk about the topic that I want to talk about today. Let's see if I'm doing this right. Put this down a little bit. There we go. So, wow, it's beautiful, my goodness, space, expansive with lots of natural light. Yes, when I was looking for a place, I didn't know what to expect, and there were some things that I asked for deep in my heart and soul, and obviously I wanted a place that was close, so my children can be in their same routine, and I wanted a place that was full of light and open, and I really did want to have an art studio space and plenty of storage and organization. I'm a very visual person, and this place has so much room. I can put up all kinds of, in my office, post-it notes, big post-it notes, and really visually organize myself because I get so many ideas. And as Nisha knows, hi Carly, it's hard to wrangle all those ideas if you don't have a place for me to put them so I can really keep an eye on them and develop them. So everything that I asked for is coming through, and this bonus of having this rooftop studio and a garage space downstairs where I can really create big canvases and store my easels and things like that, it's wonderful. So I urge you guys to tune into what you want and journal about it and ask for it. And so that's what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about self-empowerment. And really what that comes down to is, do you have your own back? And I'd love for you to put in the comments how you feel about just that question. You know, do you have your own back? What's going on there? Because we're going to tune in today. And yes, right, manifesting mofo. Yeah, I like to call it I'm allowing in, because it's all for any of us, everything that we create in our mind, in our heart, it's all right here around us. But depending on how you choose to allow it into your life, and that comes down to tackling your mind and loving yourself and loving your energy so that you really can bring in what's right around you and that you've already called in. That's what it's all about. So in order to get your mind straight, or to not listen to the yamma, yamma, yamma in your mind, and allow yourself to bring in all this beauty and love that you're creating that's aligned to your heart and your soul, you do have to have your own back. And that's what self-empowerment is about. It's about believing in yourself. Because for many of us, for most people, you know, you're born into an experience, and you may relate to your family and the life experience that you're born into, and you may not. And it may be that your soul chose to come here and be presented in a situation that isn't aligned to your purpose and passion and just natural flow. And the journey is about you overcoming any fears and blocks that are existent in your life experience and in your own soul experience, like your past lives, that's telling you, yeah, this is exactly where you were born, this is exactly where you're supposed to stay, and that's all you're going to get. And you think that, and you're in this, like I was talking about last week, this little box. And it's up to you to believe in yourself and tuck into your heart space and figure out what's aligned for you, and to feel into it and to create the space that you need to be at your best, so you can then be there for those that you love and that are around you. Let me know how you feel about that, what's resonating for you. And hi, I see that several people are sharing. Hi, Armine. Who else is with me? Oh, I'm getting some messages pop up. Oh, you can't share the live stream. How come? Well, I see the comment. I see you, Armine. I see you. It's okay if you can't say. Hi, Lori. Welcome. Lady Master says, allowing yourself to receive. Yes, that's been tough for me with my monkey mind. So used to having to struggle for bear scraps because the world owes you nothing. I feel you. You know, I've always been conscientious, and I wanted to be a good girl and do what I'm told, and don't want to stick out too hard. But then on the other hand, I have this really strong personality and nature that is being told, is guided of what feels good and what's right and what I want to do. And this process of coming into allowing this space for myself and my kids, and for Valtopia, which is my passion and purpose, it is about overcoming those mind struggles and having my own back. And what that means is there's some long, cold nights where I'm scared, and I'm still gonna be scared, you know, it ain't over yet. But, you know, knowing when to tune out those around you that aren't aligned and in your flow. They're not supposed to be. It's up to you to decide who's aligned and makes sense with your inner being and inner working. It's up to you to tune into your inner being and inner working and find out what's going on there. And to do the work, which means journaling or doing artwork or listening to your own body and how you feel, and realizing what does light you up and what does work for you, and having the courage to say, you know what, I need this. I don't care if Granny thinks it's extravagant. It's not extravagant for me. It's what is embodying the energy of me, and it feels so natural for me to be in this big space. And I just know that from creating this environment for myself, I'll be able to create that much more space and hold that much more space energetically, or allow the space to be filled by me and my clients and my tribe. So even though I have people that, you know, if I'd have told them 2 years ago, well, I'm gonna be doing this and this is how it's gonna play out, they'd say, what are you doing? And even now I'll get people like, are you sure you know what's going on? I got my own back. I'm self-empowered. I'm empowering myself, which means, yeah, I do take some risks out on myself to support myself through what I believe in, because I believe in it. Let me know how you feel about that. Yeah, Charlene says, surrounding ourselves with like-hearted souls. Hey, Caroline, what up, mama? Share the live stream. We're gonna talk about this experience, and we're gonna read some cards, and we're gonna shift the energy, and we're gonna have some Valtopia TV. And now that I'm in this lovely space, once I get everything all set up, hey, Caroline. Once I get everything all set up, I'm almost done, and the kids will be with me next week. I'm going to start doing some more live streams and get back in the circuit, because I've been kind of quiet, which I'm, you know, part of my monkey mind says, ooh, you know, you used to talk to so many people. What's up now? Hi, Josie. But you know what? It's okay. Y'all be there. Whoever's meant to be with me is going to be there when I come back. And hey, Sherry. And it's all in the flow. And I think that's the biggest thing I'm learning about this manifestation and creation and allowing. And I've got my cards, is trusting that you can have a good time and it is okay and you can relax. And that the energy of love around yourself and potential and magic comes from giving yourself that space that you need to be who you are and not being stuck in the little box and the busy box and not, you know, like when you're in that mode, you don't create and you don't allow. Hi, Daniella says, hello, beautiful. You have a lovely energy. I would love to have the courage to do a live stream. Oh, it's so powerful for you to be able to speak to your tribe and your people, and this is something that I taught a course to many people that about going live, and they got over their fears. So message me if you need some help with that. I'm really good at that. And Lady Master says, true, that completely resonates. The soul deserves to experience what uplifts, nurtures, and honors its divine essence. And we don't have to make everyone understand our divine. Exactly. Let me see if this is loading in here. It takes courage and faith in yourself to believe in yourself. Kashipra, I'm going to read your card first since I never got back to you, and you've had several times where I haven't been able to read your card. Kashipra is going first, honey. So, hi, Nikki. Come on, everybody join in. Let's get some love going here. So, self-empowerment. Self-empowerment. So that is the point where you believe in yourself, you have faith in yourself, and you empower yourself. Now that's going to be different for each and every person, because what lights us up, what makes us feel supported, what makes us feel illuminated from within is going to be different for you and for me. So awareness and taking time for yourself. And in the beginning, it's gonna feel really awkward. If you're a busy mom and you've got a husband who's working his butt off and he doesn't understand what you're getting into because he's really busy trying to bring home the bacon, and you might be too, and everybody's caught up in their daily routine, and you know, everybody's concerned about fulfilling other obligations. It might feel really scary and impractical for you to take an hour for yourself, or take an evening for yourself to attend a class, or to go to a live meetup and meet other women, or to take an online course that fulfills you or lifts you up or teaches you some new skills. And I'm just gonna tell you, you're gonna have to push through that fear of not feeling worthy enough. And if you're one of my clients, you're way past that, and you're the one that's shining your light and teaching others how to, or you're dreaming of stepping into that, how to light up and to stand up in your own worthiness, your own beauty, your own illumination, and to listen to your heart and bring forth what you meant to bring forth. And so for you, self-empowerment is reaching another level of yourself, the one that you feel like is locked, or the one that you never seem to quite get to, no matter how many retreats you go to, or how much deep travel work you've done, or how many clients you get, or how much money you make. You know, there's that courage and that faith in yourself. And you could even have pushed way beyond a certain level and have a ton of clients and a bunch of money, and you've made it on an old system, an old way that isn't expansive enough to support who you've grown into. And you feel that discomfort, and you feel that disparity, and you feel that misalignment, even though it looks on the outside like you're fully freaking aligned and everything's magic, but inside you're like, no, this is not the thing that I've been knowing deep in my heart. That's where I want you to dig in, and that's where I want you to come to me and say, Val, look, I've got this thing, I'm stuck, and I don't know, I can guide you through that. I can guide you through that, because look, I'm doing it with myself. And I have, as I say on every live stream, I get the support, the social support that I need to keep me through the moments when I will find my self-doubt, and when I do face my own sabotage and my own letdown. And that's what self-empowerment is about too. Supporting yourself with what you need. What are some of these comments? So, let's see. Does self-belief have a special color? Wow. Well, you know, Charlene, everyone sees colors differently. We all experience we all experience life differently. So even if one person over here says, well, I see your aura, and the other person says, well, I see auras too, they don't necessarily see them the same way. That's the beauty. We're all so different. So does it have a color for you? Let me know. I want to hear what color your self-belief is. Okay, so let's see who's here. Now, I've been going at 11 o'clock during the summer because I'm getting my kids a little bit earlier in the afternoon, and some weeks I have them and some weeks I don't. So I'm just going to stick to this 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time schedule for the summer, and then when we go back into the fall, closer to the fall, I'll probably switch back to the later in the day so we can get some more people getting off work and get that like evening vibe. It's fun. And I'm going to be going live more often. But let me see, where are the comments that, so I can see, and we can start pulling some cards. How does that feel for you, this topic of self-empowerment? Is there something that's coming up for you that you're questioning, or a difficulty, or something exciting you want to share where you have pushed through something? Talk to me. Tell me what you feel, what resonates for you on this. Okay, here we go. Here's the live stream, and I've got my wonderful deck here, the Cosmic Tribe, and we're going to get into these cards. I'm going to do Kashipra first. We're going to do a group card first on this topic of self-empowerment. And you know, we're doing a series here. The first week was about positive transformation, and which the next week was about worth. And now we're talking about self-empowerment. So we're going to be doing cycling through these. Josie says, I am a yogi, health coach, and gypsy. Love it, honey. Trying to get my daughter's health on track. I'm feeling unbalanced. Is there a card that might open up my eyes to where I should lean in towards? Okay, I love that, Josie. Let me put you on the list, and we'll pull a card for you. And listen, anybody watching, Josie too, please share the live stream if you'd love a card. That way we have a beautiful energetic exchange, and more people get to find out about this wonderful message and to get a read too. Lori says, I'd like consistency with feeling self-empowered. I feel you, Lori. It is an up and down experience. And honestly, the down part is about that digging in. Whenever you feel like you're dipping down out of your sense of self-empowerment and faith, that's a chance for you to dig in and say, ooh, what is coming up for release? What am I feeling that is a lot like the universe is allowing me to feel? Or what disaster just happened, or trauma, or bill came through, or what awful thing is happening that's illuminating to me how I feel deep inside about some core issue that's really what I need to think about in order to get over it and step into who I'm creating and becoming. Does that make sense, Lori? Daniella, I'll be happy to pull a card for you. Daniella says, definitely. Self-empowerment is being part of this week. Actually, self-empowerment is what I allow into life. I think I understand that. And that, yes. Okay, so Daniella, and I'm writing down your names, and Charlene, and Lori says, yeah, for sure. Okay. Okay, so let me pull a card for everyone. And tune into the group. And let's just do a little grounding and connecting, yeah? Because we haven't done that yet. So everybody take a big deep breath into your nose. Let out all. Just be present in this moment. And know that you are allowed, honey, to take a couple minutes for yourself to tune in and to really see how you feel. And I want you to just imagine all your chakras aligned and spinning, and feel a beautiful golden cosmic light coming through. Allow your crown to open up and bring the energy in through your chakras, through your back of your throat. Let yourself speak in through your heart, down through your lower chakras, down through roots, deep down, down, down into Mother Earth. And when you connect into that gorgeous space deep in the earth, I want you to pull from that abundance. You know, when you give your energy down, especially if you go to the beach or stick your feet in the dirt or the grass, you can feel all the energy coming back up to you. It should feel, you should be so in tune with it that you begin to feel warm and connected. Oops, let me put my battery, plug this in before my battery goes. So connect into that gorgeous energy of Mother Earth and pull that energy back up through into your heart and have this gorgeous energy from above and below, and know that we're all connected in a gorgeous circle, and that when we're done, we will disconnect guided by our higher selves, willingly and easily, with ease and grace. Everything that comes through, any change in our energy, is only guided by our higher selves and as you accept. Because as you guys know, those of you who tune into me every week, not only do I just read your energy and tune into you, but we shift the energy too, because we're here to change. We're here in my presence. We're here together to open up and become ourselves, our true selves. Remember who we are. So the card for the whole group, what do we need to know about self-empowerment? Valtopia, our spirit guides, our soul team, our higher self, our inner knowing. And the card that comes through for us right now is, oh wow, this looks like a computer chip, is the Six of Swords. Six of Swords. And you see there's all this I love this. I've never gotten this card, you guys. What do you think about that? So let me read this to you. Six of Swords, interpenetrating worlds. Yes. And what they saw blew their circuits. Every little component at what previously had appeared clean and simple exploded into hyper-complexity. The whole foundation of their socially constructed reality turned out to be overly simplistic and enormously comical. Like a house of cards, it could easily blow away. When they peeled themselves off the bottom of the clouds and returned to their bodies, they looked around as if for the first time. They wondered how they were going to explain to their friends what they'd seen and what their vision seemed to imply about who we are and where we are going. In the card, we see traces of their experience. The top half is a typical day where cool winds blow clouds gently across the sky, the kind of day that reality has lounged in for millennia. Below the surface of the normal day, another reality makes its appearance. This is the complex reality that props up our ordinary perceptions. In the past, fairy tales were used to describe these nether regions, and shamans and mystics have accessed these realms for thousands of years. Today, many of us are likely to reach for technological metaphors to describe the realities behind our reality. We can imagine everyday reality as a physical object called computer, and the complex reality behind it as a motherboard of circuits wiring the connections that we cannot see but assume to be there. Yes! Like God's motherboards were invented to explain and control the unseen and complex forces acting upon us. 6 interweaving swords emerge from the realities. 3 come from the clouds above and below, and pierce the motherboard, and 3 from the motherboard below and stab the clouds. Ultimately, all realities connect. They are not, like some geometric abstractions, separate planes of existence. What happens in one affects the other. So, should the 6 of Swords come in your reading, think of your last truly weird experience. Perhaps you had deja vu, or you saw walls melt, or a UFO landed in a treehouse. Experiencing the complex reality behind your daily existence can affect you intensely. And I can relate to this with all this change coming in, and it's coming in so easily after so much struggle, and it feels surreal. It does. There is no reason to fear or mock these visions. The universe is vast, and we're just beginning to understand it. Be gentle with yourself during and after these episodes. You've discovered that reality has many channels, even though many people act as if there is only one. Don't let their ignorance get you down. Change channels as you need to, but don't escape from the accepted channel for too long. It has information both interesting and necessary for your survival. Okay? So this is so bang on. I mean, self-empowerment and not listening to outside worlds, knowing what's in yours, and allowing yourself to be good to yourself as you go through this experience. Let me know if that resonates. This is for a whole group. Lady Master says, Charlene's question about self-belief in color. My higher self appeared wearing a tall yellow and orange headdress. Oh, I love that. The 2 colors missing from my wardrobe. Yes, thank you. Solar plexus and sacral chakra. That's right. You will be presented with colors that you want to know. Yes, okay, let me put you down. So let's begin the readings for everyone. I have Kashipra first because she's joined me so many times and then gotten cut off. It's been so much resistance from your higher self, Kashipra. Are you there? Who's there? Kashipra. All right, let me tune in. I'm going to do Kashipra's card anyway, even if she's not still here, because she's tried so many times. So let me tune into Kashipra. Put your feet on the ground if you're listening. Oh, you got a whole bunch of cards. See, so we made up for last time here. you got 4 cards, girl. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, okay. So, Kashipra, you got the 9 of Swords, which I think is about draining energy. Let me see. Energy drain. Yeah. No, squelched imagination. Squelched imagination, which is about being overly critical or self-critical. You know, this is what we were just talking about, those thoughts that are in your head from your you know, from your family or from those around you, that the little nagging dialogue that runs in your head that you're either doing to yourself or it's been done to you, so then you do it to yourself. So keep in mind, this is about squelched imagination. Let me know if that resonates. That comes from being overly critical and hard on yourself, okay? So if you face your fears and kill those monsters now, you can begin to break the cycle and move on with your life. So being aware of the voices in your head and being overly critical, that's squashing your imagination. Because we can't be creative and open up if we're shutting ourselves down all the time with shoulds and coulds that come from other people's awarenesses and not our own. And the next card that comes through is the Hermit, which is about taking time for yourself. Oh, you're always critical. Okay, well then this is a sign for you to look at that criticism, journal about it. Where does it come from? Is it really true? Is it yours? And on the flip side of that, you find evidence that supports the beliefs that you do have, that you feel deep in your heart, that you want to have, that you want to be experiencing. You need to find evidence in the world around you that supports what you do believe. You have to self-empower yourself to create the experience and allow the experience into your life. And sometimes you have to go within and spend some time alone, tucking into yourself and reading or listening to inspirational material that opens you up to yourself, and take that time to be the hermit and tuck into what you might not be allowing yourself to hear. So the next card that comes up is the Seven of Swords, which is about deceit. You know, this is also about your mind. Should the Seven of Swords manipulate your reading? Consider who owns your mind. Are there forces trying to deceive and manipulate you into thinking and doing things contrary to your best interest? Is someone stealing your ideas or diverting you from your ideals? Who gives counsel? You don't need to be paranoid. So this is, again, about not listening to other people and tuning into yourself. This is such a strong message for you, Kashipra. The lovers, loving yourself and loving your own presence and doing what it takes to love yourself, to support yourself and empower yourself. This is such a perfect read for today's topic. I love it. And so at the outcome of all this, the last card that pops up for you, Kashipra, and I'd love to hear how you're thinking about all these cards, is the Prince of Cups. And the Prince of Cups is about the dreamer. So once you take some time, tuck into your ideas, yes, calm your monkey. I love that. Yes, take some time, Kashipra. Tuck into your own awareness. Where are your thoughts coming from? Where are your beliefs coming from? And, you know, once you've cleared some of this stuff, then it's time to dream and really allow yourself to create what you do believe in without all that monkey mind shutting down your own heart and creative vision and passion. And listen, if you need support, I'm offering 20 minutes for a small fee to get it tuck into you, and let's talk and see what's going on and see how I can best serve you, and we'll get a little movement going just from that short burst. You could see I work quickly, I do things intensely. We can tuck in and find out what's going on and tame that monkey mind. And I know all about it because I have a really strong monkey mind too. So just because I'm living this experience and showing all this manifestation or creation and magical stuff happening, I had to work really hard, and I'm still working to tame my monkey mind as well. Yes, Nisha, maybe if she's still on, she can pop the link for the 88 thing, and she'll go through it afterwards and pop it in for everybody to ask about it. So I look forward to talking to you. Thank you, Kashipra. I'm so grateful for your presence every time. And sorry it took so long for me to get you a read, but look at that. Universe provides. You got all your cards in one read, and it's the perfect timing. It's the perfect timing. Nothing. Nailed it. Nailed it. You're welcome. Okay. So Nisha's on it. She's got it. Okay, so Josie, are you still there? And let's see, Josie had a question about what you want to lean into for your daughter. Is that correct? Is Josie still here? Say hello. Thank you, Kashipra. Yay, yay, yay. I love this space. Wish y'all were here with me at I'm going to have a big table. be able to have some events here. Yay, Josie's here. Okay, so Josie, if I understand your question right, you were asking to receive some guidance about your daughter's health and how you can support her. Is that correct? Or do you need something more on honestly, I love it. The magician card just fell out, but I'm gonna tune in. You know, what you do to support yourself would always also support those you love. So, okay, let me tune into you, Josie. So I saw green as soon as I tuned in, so we got some heart love that needs to come in, or is coming in for you. Healing, which is perfect, right? And Josie. Let's see what comes through. Whoop. Okay. Look at that. Okay. Oh, my son has ADHD, Josie. I feel you. I feel you. And food. How old is she? Okay. Look at this. Twice you got the magician card. Okay. So this is, you know, a lot of times when I'm first connecting with people, their higher self comes through with this bravado and shows me like their potential. Because that's how I see people first up. I just see all your beautiful energy. I see the expansive you. And, 6, okay, my son's 8. And I think that's what's coming through. So I'm just going to pull an Uti card to complement the Magician card, which the Magician is about, I'll read from the guide, but you know, it's about you believing in yourself as a creator and allowing what needs to come through for you in your daughter that flows with you. It's everything I'm talking about, and you can just apply it to, you know, like for example, perhaps, and maybe the Magician card is about being creative in your solutions with your daughter. I've found that with my son, you know, a lot of what I'm doing in my life is to support him so that I can be the best of myself, so I can be as present as he needs me to be too. And I feel you on the food thing, because I made all their food from scratch. And so let me just pull this card. Josie, support and daughter. There we go. I love it. So commune with nature, Josie. So many food eliminations. You're scared to feed her. Okay, I feel like we should have a chat offline a little bit about this, because I've been down this journey, and I also know some people that will tune into your child, and I've also been in all those forums where you read about the food elimination and all that kind of stuff. So let me know if, connect with me. Let's see if we can get on and talk about this one-on-one. You switch to rice, oats, nuts, and coconut, but that's everything now that she can't have. Yeah, oftentimes what happens with food elimination is our body starts attacking itself. Some of that is mind and spirit and resistance, right? And so we're trying to solve the issue by eliminating foods, and really there's another layer to a depth to the issue that might resolve it better. I'm seeing all these little things floating around in the air. It's really cool. We have some friends here, fairy friends. So listen, Josie, I think that I think it's a serious issue when it's so terrifying as a mom when our kids won't eat and then they're sick. And I've had the whole thing with the food elimination, and it's hard, you know. So there's wonderful people that I know that either they can guide you to lose your allergies. It's, you know, we're complex beings, and what we believe and create in our life experience will most definitely affect our physical experience, and they work together. And so we have to find out what's going on with your baby on a soul level to support her there, as well as changing things like diet and programs and stuff like that. If you don't get to the soul issue of it, like why your child is what awarenesses they may be having and what needs they're not getting met on some deeper level, then sometimes the food stuff just doesn't work. And I can relate because, you know, my son's going through similar stuff. He does not have food allergies, but my other one does, the eczema. Hi, Ada. So message me, or, you know, Nisha will give you a link to my calendar, and we can get you pointed in the right direction, whether it's me or someone else that I can point you to, because that's a big issue. Okay. All right. I love it. Nisha's on it. And Armina's happy. Okay, so Josie, we got to you. You got the magician, so there's magic coming through for you to support you in your experience. Everything is possible, Josie. You're not stuck. You're not in a, I know it's so frustrating, but just breathe into the magic within you and your inner connection. Make sure you take care of yourself, because you need to be feeling good for yourself to be able to support your daughter. Okay? Thank you. All right, so we got Kashipra, we got Josie, Daniella. Are you still there? Daniella. Hello, hello. Everybody take some water. We're shifting some energy. Is Daniella there still? Now, Daniella, I forgot what Daniella's issue was. Let me see if I can scroll up here. Relationship, self-empowerment is what, yeah, I couldn't read her typos there. Sí, Daniella Oliveros. Okay, so let's tune into Daniella and see what we have going on. Oh! The whole deck's all over the floor. All right, let me pick these up again and see what we get. Got some energy coming through for you, Daniella. Qu'est-ce que tu fais, toi? Okay. All right, let me get back in there. Tuning into Daniella, grounding the energy. Now, already, Daniella, when I tune into you, oh, my throat's getting all bubbly. Now, is there somewhere where you are fighting yourself to speak your truth, or to say what's on your mind? Okay, this is the third time we're getting the Magician card. I love this. I'm gonna, let me just put the sage around the cards here. Okay. All right. What guidance is coming through for Daniella? Oh my gosh, the whole deck wants to come out for you. This is hilarious. You've got some major, like, funk energy going here. So, let's see. Daniella, what guidance is coming through here? Let me see if I can tune into your... So when I tuned into you, Daniella, I saw like shutters, and they were closed. Yeah, there just feels like you're closed off a little bit to something that wants to come through. Does that resonate for you? Let me know. Okay. Ooh, I love it. Okay, you got the Magician card and you got the Art card, which may be guiding you to me, right? A little bit? Okay. You're not totally convinced, though. Are you an artist? Or do you use art to express yourself, or to know, you know, what you feel, or how you're tuned in? You're close to speaking your truth. Oh, good. Okay. What's holding you back from speaking your truth? Fear, or you're painting? Okay, I love it. Good. Okay. Well, this is part of your, you know, the energy that's coming through for you. Let's see. Check your fire-water balance to make sure you have enough contemplative space for ideas to develop and enough energy to put these ideas in motion. Then get out of the way. Don't let negative thoughts keep you from exploring your birthright and fulfilling your duty as a member of the cosmic tribe. There are no grades or exams to hinder your expression, and the only ones who laugh are those who stomp on flowers. See if you can pull together the opposites in your life and create something rewarding that helps you see your world in a new way. Discover the joy of creating the universe. So that's just confirmation for you to speak your truth and to do your thing and come through for yourself. Does that resonate? Let's see if there's an OT card that complements that for you. I feel the sunlight. Look, when I started the live stream, there was no sunbeam here. Now we're going to start to have a sunbeam coming in. Josie, painting at the moment and feeling a little resistance about speaking her truth, but coming into it. And the card that came up for you was dream. I love it, dream. So let yourself fall into your dream and into what you're creating. And let it be, you know? Let it be. Good. Good. If there's any way I can support you, let me know. I'm just putting those links in for those of you that want to connect with me and have a little booster. So we can get things moving. Come on, guys. It's a new moon this weekend. And okay. So, Daniella, thank you for joining me. I think Armina is encouraging you to open up to receive, and I appreciate her putting in her thoughts there. And that's what we would do in a little session too, is open you up to your own awareness of maybe where physically in your body there might be some trapped energy or some past life experience that might be blindsiding you from opening up to your own magic, because you did get the magic card too. So you're welcome, sweetie. So Charlene says, core issue is nearing completion. Old fears of lack seeping in during transition to new. Okay, so Charlene, and you're next. Thank you, Daniella. Charlene, guess what? You're not alone. We all do that shit. And the beauty of that experience, that as we get close to being done and we feel fearful and scared, I mean, each of us has it in a different way. Some of us get hit with it at the beginning of something, and then some of us get hit with it at the end. It depends on our personality and how universe can support us to not only take the inspiration to create new experiences and then have the courage to push through all the resistance and get to the point where we're in the flow and the experience, but then you know, now you have to push through even more to the next level, because this thing is coming up, whether it's like for you having trouble finishing, or sometimes for me, as soon as I up level, I break a computer, or I break my phone, or I get a parking ticket or a hospital bill. It's always like these little checks, like, yeah, you want this? Do you really want this? And it's also our mind creating that resistance, like, oh, you know what, we're not moving up past what we know, and we're gonna stay right here where we're cozy, and you can't have that, because, you know, that's just too much. And that's where the self-belief and the self-empowerment and this work comes in the energy love, and what we do together, or you do on your own. Find the support to push you through. So let's get a card. Let's pull a card, Charlene. And let me just tune in to Charlene and this resistance. Now, see, this is the kind of stuff where I just want to get on the video with you and ask you one-on-one what's going on. So do book in for one of those things if you want to. We can pull more cards and we can actually get going with it. I love it. The universe. Yeah, this is about worthiness, isn't it? Yes, Charlene, preach, Val, talk the talk. That's right. Here, let me turn this a little bit. Blast it out. Maybe I can do it over here a little bit. There we go. Oh. So, the card that came up for you, we're all crooked here, is the universe. You are the universe, Charlene. And, you know, it's about worthiness. And when we begin to really tap into our universal power and know that we are the universe, that's when those old messages of unworthiness and the lack of self-belief can be overcome. Because you realize it's not just little me, little girl inside of me that's been told not to do this, that, and the other. I'm a universal source of power. I'm tapped into the universal source of power. I'm contributing to the universal source of power. Well, holy shit, I better do this. Let me do whatever it takes. Let me stay in the flow. Let me do this thing that makes me feel loved and worthy, so that then I then increase my energetic vibration, so that then I begin to get evidence that I do feel good, and then I begin to flow further and past my blocks, right? So let me read from the guide for you if there's anything, and I've read this card so many times. It comes up so often for our group because that's what we're doing. We're tapping, and my whole crown is lighting up. Yes, stay in the flow. If there's something you have resistance on getting done, don't get caught up in the yang of the not doing. Choose actions that continue to give you evidence of your completion. Whatever makes you feel good and in the flow towards finishing that thing that you started, if that's the right thing to do, continue to keep yourself in your own lane of flow and creation. Absolutely. So, should the universe choose you in a reading, rise up out of yourself, expand to the farthest limits of your consciousness. Can you feel the beauty, the wonder, the fragility of your existence? Find your experience of awe and honor it.